Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Mighty Doug of Anaheim checking in. Welcome to this NCAA Round of 32 Greenville Regional 2 Women's Basketball between the Princeton Tigers and the Utah Utes. 8-point game. What a game this has been. Princeton Tigers, the women's team, trying to keep their magical underdog season alive. Utah Utes, heavily favorites. Speaking about Princeton, their men's team has been on a magical run, defeating number 2 Arizona this past week, as well as defeating Mizzou Tigers this past week as well. I mean, was it with New Jersey colleges having a magical run? Last year was St. Peter's. They got to the Elite Eight, and then their magical fairy tale run ended. But what a game. Points in the paint. Utah leads 32-16 in points in the paint. So they've been outscoring Princeton definitely in the paint. Wow, that was a good shot. So Princeton with the ball. 8-point game, 1:15 to go. As some upsets, underdog alerts. Michigan State took down Marquette Golden Eagles. Kaylin Clark carries number 2 Iowa to the Sweet 16. Yes, hope you guys enjoyed that earlier video of Iowa versus Georgia. Notre Dame shakes off number 11 Mississippi State in the women's. Those two actually faced each other in the 2018 final. Oh, look out. Don't want to leave her open. They got it. 6-point game. Now remember, you know, NC State blew it. Oh, boy. That could have been bad. Yeah, NC State, they were up. And then Princeton, you know, shot a buzzer beater. And ended up winning the game. The lead. Looked like something else happened. And Princeton with defense. Whoa! What a pass. Shoot the ball. Time winding down. Creighton about to beat Baylor. That's going to be an underdog alert. So 49.8 seconds to go. So number 24 is coming out of the game. Julia Cunningham fouled out, 6 points. It looks like Princeton's women's magical run might be ending here after a huge win over NC State. But their men's, they missed one. That gives them a little bit of a chance. FAU, Florida Atlantic, up by 7 against FDU. Fair Dixon. And it's a 7-point game. Game not over. Kansas took care of business against Kentucky. Kansas State Wildcats 75. Kentucky Wildcats 69. Hope you guys enjoyed the other video of UConn taking care of business against St. Mary's. As well as Adam Thielen signing with the Carolina Panthers for 3 years. So, third one. Almost the end of the third quarter. LSU leading Michigan 47-31 in the women's. Woo! And then earlier in the afternoon, South Carolina Gamecocks women's, they took care of business against the South Florida Bulls with a strong second half to win the game 76-45. And anyone stop South Carolina? If there's a team that could stop South Carolina, it would be Stanford. I think Stanford can stop South Carolina. They did it 2 years ago. That was crazy. Oh, ball gets bounced around. Ball gets thrown up. Here's a shot for 3. And who's got the ball? Utah has the ball. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That was just crazy. All of a sudden, she just shot it and just... Woo, boy. In the men's basketball, Midwest, Miami leading Indiana 20-11 in the first 9-point game. Miami with a huge win over Drake. That looked like it was about to be an upset, but Miami came back and won it. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Wow. Utah will look like they'll be continuing on. No, I guess another timeout. Last timeout for the Princeton Tigers. I mean, it's good to see the Ivy League do pretty well. You know, Princeton having a strong run for right now. Their women's team upsetting NC State Wolfpack by buzzer beater. Their men's team going to the Sweet 16. I mean, let's see how far Princeton can go. Let's see how far the men's team can go. I mean, unfortunately, it looks like their women's are coming up short. But, you know, they had a good run. You know, both of them did. Well, mainly their women's. Their men's, you know, let's see what happens. Anything can happen. Let's see, the Denver Nuggets took care of business against the Brooklyn Nets, beating them 108-102. Oklahoma City Thunder took care of business against the Phoenix Suns, defeating them 124-120. And the shot, looked in, three on the way, yes! Oh boy. Oh boy. 2-possession game. San Antonio Spurs defeat the Atlanta Hawks 126-118. Okay, so yeah, they did check it just to make sure. Oh boy. Utah doesn't want to do what NC State did. NC State was up and then they just left too much time for Princeton to win it. Miami Heat took care of business against the Detroit Pistons, defeating them 112-100. Pistons, they're still young and developing, so give them some time. Ooh, Houston. The New Orleans Pelicans leading the Houston Rockets 101-91 with 6:19 to go. So last 6 seasons for the women's, 2017 through 18, 24-6, 2018-19, 22-10, 2019-20, 26-1, 2021 was canceled. Ivy League didn't want to chance anything. 21-22, 25-5, and then 22-23, 24-5. Unfortunately, the tournament didn't happen in 2019-2020. Well, 2019-2020 season, the tournament did not happen. That was unfortunate. We'll see how far Princeton will have gone. Who knows? They probably will have gone far. A lot of teams got gypped in that year. The 2019-2020 season. A lot of teams got very gypped. I think the one team that got gypped that year and got robbed from a championship was definitely San Diego State Aztecs. The men's basketball team, unbeaten. I think they could have won it all. I think so. In my opinion, they could have won it all. Or they could have probably lost to a seed that probably could have defeated them. Probably they could have lost to Duke. They could have lost to North Carolina, Kansas, you name it. They could have lost to anybody. Well, San Diego State definitely got gypped of playing the tournament. Being unbeaten. Having a strong season. Here's a shot. Oh! Oh, why would you foul? Don't do that. So, 62-55 lead after a foul. Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. She didn't mean to do that. Even number 5's like, oh, I should have not done that. What a game. New York Rangers dominating the Nashville Predators 7-0. A huge first period for the New York Rangers. 6 goals were scored. Yeah, 6 goals. Madison Square Garden was lining up. I mean, that was unreal. And oh my God. Oh boy. Oh boy, not a great free throw shooting for Princeton. And got it. Oh boy. 62-58. They do not want to. I mean, they need a miracle to win this game. But hey, Princeton women's basketball, y'all had a great season. But y'all ended up coming up short after a huge win over NC State by a buzzer beater. They will be coming up short against the Utes. Oh boy, what a game! It's been close pretty much this whole game was just close, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, Utah was leading 32-26 at halftime. Princeton was still, you know, they were still hanging on, but tonight wasn't their night. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's one free throw. Oh, yeah, so Notre Dame Fighting Irish women's team defeated Mississippi State 53-48. That was a good game. Actually, in 2018, if you guys don't know, Notre Dame women's team knocked down a buzzer beater to defeat Mississippi State. Here's a long-range three. And the ball bounces around, but that'll do it. The final score, the Utah Utes 63, Princeton Tigers 56. They'll be moving on to the Sweet 16. How sweet it is. But Princeton, keep your heads up, as Utah Utes women's team advances to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2006. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.